Hey everyone, what's good everybody? MidMorningSol back at it again with another playthrough part to Piofiore Episodio 1926. As I move my microphone. So folks, how have you all been? I know, damn it. It's kinda late. What else is new, right? So yeah. Y'all, I've been having a little bit of just some stomach discomfort, so I was kind of trying to rest after I got off work as I tried to get back on the bed. But yeah, I've been having a little bit of stomach discomfort, so I wasn't ready to play like right after work, which would have been ideal. But you know, it is what it is. We're just gonna roll with it. I have tomorrow off, so it's all gravy with me, baby. So how y'all been? I hope you all been doing well. Yeah. So last video, it was the last of the alternative choices dedicated video, and in that for Henri, for Episodio Henri, we managed to get to the better ending after dying a whole bunch of times. I think I've died more here than in Yang's go around in the first game. Shit's crazy, bro. But still, yeah, we did all the choices we didn't do initially. Yep. We did all the choices we didn't do initially first go around, and now after going through all the choices, we got whatchamacallit, y'all. We went back to chapter 4, did the high affinity and rolled from there. Got the better ending, or got the true route, chapter 5, which is entitled Rendezvous. So yeah, folks, without further ado, let's go on, and get right on into it, shall we? We shall. Let's get it. I guess I would say, y'all, before we do, to get to this point, if you want to watch the better ending chapter 4, then defo check out the last video. I'll tell you like 20 minutes before the video ends. That's where the better route should be, if I'm not mistaken. But all right, y'all. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Y'all know I like to run my mouth. You done kept talking for over 5 minutes. We can't have that. I drank a sip from my warm cafe latte. On the plate in front of me was a cornetto with fig jam and a few different fruits on the side. I forgot what a cornetto was. Orlok and I chatted in an idle manner, managing to avoid talking about any heavy topics. Of all the things Orlok told me, the one that surprised me the most was that Luca had become a regular sight at the Visconti, coming and going as a new informant. Yeah, that was a thing in Gilbert's route. In the afternoon, Henri returned to the hotel safely. Welcome back, Henri.
Ah, tadaima.
Yeah, you welcome. Oh, my little Strictly. Don't you worry. Don't make that face. I tried to act normally, but I must have sounded awkward because Orlok looked between us suspiciously. Words.
これは君に。
What is this? You bringing me gifts? You try to make up for last time, even though I was totally in the wrong. Huh? Inside the paper bag that he handed over was a large batch of torta al chocolato. Oh my God. They were so small and cute. You didn't have to. Thank you, Henri. Trying to fatten me up, I see. We often enjoyed this in France, although it was called by a different name. It reminded me of the children, who were always so delighted to eat them. Oh, now I'm gonna be reminded of their death. Thank you, Henri. I really appreciate it.
じゃあ、俺、そろそろ。
Oh, Orlok, go stay.
オルロック、この後は何か予定が？
No, stay. You probably would be better here so that you can break the tension. It's gonna be awkward as hell if it's just the two of us.
それは特にないけど。
君も食べていかないか。彼女のそばにいてくれたお礼にというのもあるし。
Yeah, you want him to be distraction so that I don't freaking get on your case.
いつもの癖で少し買いすぎたから。
Yeah, we wouldn't want my ass getting fat, tur. Yes, of course. If you don't mind, Orlok. Why don't I brew us some tea? Ooh, that sounds so good right about now. Get some tea. Can't put honey in it though because I'm fasting.
じゃあ、もうちょっとだけお邪魔することにする。
Yay! I was relieved that he agreed to stay, and I thought maybe Henri felt the same. He's like, whew! Not ready to deal with her by myself just yet. As we talked together, we shared the torta al chocolato. Chocolato, oh my God, I can talk, y'all, I promise. Among the three of us. Oh, he stayed. Well, okay, he can stay. I mean, Henri stayed. I thought he was gonna like bugger off somewhere. Orlok seemed to like the sweet taste and fluffy texture, and I watched on happily as he had his fill. Aww. Oh, excuse me. I should have played earlier, y'all. I'm sorry. Later on, or after Orlok left, Henri was at his office desk, as usual, making calls here and there, but he suddenly spoke to me in a serious voice.
リリアーナ、明日の予定について話をしたい。
Okay, what of it? Are you going somewhere?
ビスコンティを訪ねるつもりだ。ギルバートにはすでに連絡してある。セバスティアーノの贈り物については、拠点を探す以外の方法で調べを進めたい。それには、ギルバート・レッドフォード、君のビスコンティの力が必要だ。
That's right. You mentioned it at the meeting.
ああ、
Whoa.
迷惑をかけることになるだろうから、電話ではなく顔を合わせて話したくてね。
Oh my.
その後でラオ州にも顔を出そうと思う。
Oh my. You making out you get around, huh? Oh my, sir. You've asked Yang for help too?
そのつもりだ。
I thought for a bit, then asked him, Will I be staying here?
いや、君さえ良ければ、明日は私と一緒に来てほしい。
Okay, yeah, because we wouldn't want that crazy man to try to barge in with the breakfast cart and stab me. Oh, no way that would happen. Really?
そうしてくれた方が助かる。今は
Indeed.
離れていたくない。
Oh my, did you like the move we put on you? I knew there was no deeper meaning to it. He rejected me so definitely last night. Definitively, excuse me, I can't talk. Can't read. So definitively last night. Yes. Ooh, still stings. I didn't want to misunderstand anymore. So fuck him. He was only worried about me being targeted. Nothing more. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll still see the glass half full. I mean, we better. It's the fucking true ending. I kept a smile on my face as I reminded myself. I'll come too then. I'd be happier going out with you rather than just waiting here. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, immersion. Sorry. There was one concern I had while talking to Henri, which was what Henri discussed this morning with the Falzone. I wondered if he was going to tell me. The world may never know. In the end, he didn't say a word about it. After breakfast the next day, we headed to the Visconti Manor.
よく来たな。ま、適当に座ってくれ。
Sitting next to the smiling Gil was Oliver.
久しぶりだな、リリアーナ嬢。ギルバートから話は聞いていたが、元気そうでよかった。
Oh, well, thank you, Oliver. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you, Oliver. It's good to see you again. I'm sorry if I caused you any worry.
否定はしない。まさか君に胃痛の種を増やされるとは思わなかった。
No, Oliver, I'm sorry, darling. He frowned a little, but his expression was gentle. With that, Gil turned to Henri and me sitting on the sofa.
で、お前が言ってた頼みってのは？シカゴに探りを入れてもらいたい。
Yeah, it makes sense. Gil blinked in surprise at Henri's request.
うちに頼み事って時点でそっち絡みの可能性が高いと思ってたが、例の贈り物の入手先はアメリカか。ああ、町全体に影響を及ぼす何かを入手できる先は限られている。セバスティアーノは記憶を取り戻した後、この国を離れアメリカに渡っている。そしてシカゴでスピークイージーを経営していたそうだ。その目的はおそらくつながりを得ること。シカゴマフィアか。
As he muttered, his expression became serious. も
ちろん無償でとは言わない。こちらもそれなりの誠意を見せるつもりだ。
Remuneration, excuse me. Commensurate. Jesus. Just say I plan to pay you for your efforts. My brain after a certain hour cannot handle big words.
当然だな。得るものがない取引など話にならない。
Oh my gosh, injudicious. I guess. Let's see. Just say it would be like unwise. Damn. Like, stop melting my brain right now. Huh? In contrast to Oliver's cold reply, Gil gave a warm laugh. Gil looked straight at Henri as he responded.
贈り物だかなんだか知らねえが、これ以上この町を好き勝手されるのは我慢ならねえ。利害の一致もある。報酬も出る。俺に断る理由はねえよ。
Thank goodness. I couldn't help but whisper in my thought. What? That's a whisper? I couldn't help but whisper my thoughts. I said that shit kind of loud.
感謝する。詳しいことはここに。
Upon receiving the envelope Henri presented, Gil took out the documents and flipped through them, or documents inside and flipped through them.
この短期間でよくここまで調べたな。特技の一つでね。
Okay, bitch, brag, honey. Gil laughed and continued lighthearted.
厄介な仕事だ。あまり期待するなよ。驚いた。ギルバート・レッドフォードの言葉とは思えないな。君にできなければ他の誰にもできないよ。言ってくれるじゃねえか。いいだろう。必ず掴んでやるよ。
Alright. Yang pointed it out before. Compared to our first meeting, Gil's much more easygoing with Henri now. I was happy to see it. Oh, we just chugging along. After leaving the Visconti, we went to the Lao Shu base.
いらっしゃい、リリー、久しぶりね。
Yes, it has! I was glad to see that both Len and Faye were doing well.
ちゃんと約束の時間に来たね。賢明だよ。そっちが、ディレットーレ。そうそう、それ？
あ
あ。Henri showed no sign of being offended at all and responded to Len with a quick affirmative.
何をしているんだ、ガキども。
At that moment, Lee came out with a frown as he glared at the twins. We can't exchange pleasantries, sir.
見てわかるでしょ？お出迎えだよ。
Yeah, calm down, Lee.
客の足止めをするな。
He looked over at me and Henri, then pointed behind me.
ヤンが待っている。さっさと入れ。
Lee opened the doors for us and we entered the dining room.
来たか。
Yes, we have, both of us. It was too early for dinner and too late for lunch, but there were a variety of dishes on the table. Lee, what are you... What's wrong? Lee followed us in and stood beside the chair where Yang was sitting.
好きに食え。毒が入っていても構わんならな。
What? You're such a dumbass. Stop. What? Like, shut up. I wouldn't put it past him though.
毒殺など君の趣味ではないだろう。
Oh, you just know him, like, you know his style, Henri, even though he is right, but come on, Henri. Henri replied, oh my god. Henri replied calmly and pulled out a chair for me to sit. Oh, what a gentleman. Thank you. Thank you, Henri. He sat down in the chair right beside me and faced Yang.
今日は君と世間話をしに来た。
そのためにわざわざネズミの末か。よほど愉快な話なのだろうな。俺の時間を割く以上、最低限価値のある会話をしてもらわねば。
期待に添えず悪いが、今日の話題は君に提供してもらいたい。
Oh, indeed. Yang narrowed his eyes with amusement.
私が得た情報を君たちに共有する。それを条件に、私はこの町にいることを見逃してもらっている。 ビスコンティもファルツォーネも事件の解決に協力的な姿勢を見せてくれているが、
Oh, wow, wow, she does dick all.
ラオ州は彼らと少し立場が異なる。
Yang listened with a faint smile as Henri spoke candidly.
君が私に情報を提供する義務はない。そんな約束は花からしていないからな。
That's right. If this was a meeting with the family heads, they might have exchanged information with each other as a matter of course.
けれど、君が掴んでいる情報があるなら教えてほしい。今日はそう頼みに来た。先日の会合で、君は少し気になることを言っていた。
Concerns? There was nothing that I could remember from then that was particularly concerning.
セバスティアーノが手広く遊んでいると。
ずいぶん手広く遊んでいるとは思ったが、なかなかにいい趣味をしているな。
Wow, I didn't pick up anything by that. But okay, where you going with this?
どうこした発想にはいっそ関心すら覚える。俺とは全く気が合わんが。
Ah. Come to think of it, I did remember hearing him say that.
あの口ぶりはまるでセバスティアーノが女性を殺していると知る前から彼が手広く何かしていると気づいていたかのようだった。違うかな。
なるほど、さすがと言うべきか。俺の話を随分と注意深く聞いているらしい。
Yang smiled deeper, and he leaned back against his chair with a cursory glance at Lee.
話してやれ。
He looked somewhat unhappy, but obediently followed up by explaining the matter further.
ベレーノで不可解な病気が増えている。症状は皮膚の広範、水疱、激しい嘔吐に呼吸不全。
Redness, blistering of the skin. That's measles, isn't it?
その他に目の痛みを訴える者もいた。多くはないが、すでに死者も出ている。
Pain in their eyes. Lord. That's been happening here? I remember there being a pandemic years ago, but these symptoms didn't match up exactly, but they evenly.
調査の結果、患者はストラノに隣接する地域に多く発生していると分かった。ついでに調べてみたが、どうもストラノの方がベレーノ以上に被害が多く出ているようだ。
Noticing Henri's serious expression, I asked him a question. You don't think Sebastiano has anything to do with this? I didn't say that's a question.
さて、それはどうだか。
Yang's reply was vague, but judging by his and Henri's expression, it might be the case.
有益な情報をありがとう、シニョーレ。
He stood up as he spoke. As Henri guided me out from the dining hall, he turned back to Yang.
それと、彼女におかしなことを吹き込むのはやめてくれないか。
Yeah, he's the Captain Chucklefuck right here telling you to lay one on him or whatever. Well, more tactful than how I said it, but yeah. You nip that in the bud. Oh, you go, Henri. You be like, stop telling my girl. Well, he doesn't claim her just yet, but he's like, stop telling this poor girl to do stuff that's out of her reach.
そうか。失敗したか。
You guessed right. This was the most delighted I have ever seen Yang. Fucking troll.
行こう。
Henri held me by the shoulders, protecting me from Yang's gaze as he headed for the door. My cheeks burned for different reasons. I wasn't expecting Henri to mention it, so I was caught off guard. Well, girl, he's not the type to pussyfoot around. Shit. I could also feel the warmth of his hands on my shoulders, which was making my heart pound. Even after he let go, I could still feel a trace amount of pressure lingering. The sun was setting as we left the Laoshu base and walked through the streets of Veleno. Around this time of day, the main street was crowded with people.
リリアナ、
Yeah. He spoke my name and reached out his hand. Thank you, Henri. I was still a little nervous, but I took his hand and walked closer to him. Excuse me. In France, there were a few times we were able to walk like this hand in hand. It was an excitement that I could never seem to get used to, but I was happy all the same. I liked going out with him. I didn't think about the reasons, but it's probably because of my feelings for him. I finally accepted it without resisting, and the acceptance was strangely satisfying. Say, Henri. Thank you for everything. He looked a little confused, but I squeezed his hand.
リリアナ、どうした？
Like, Liliana, don't start that shit from the last chapter. He looked into my face with concern, and I answered him with the thoughts that arose. There's no deeper meaning to it. It's just, I'm really glad that we met. His lips trembled slightly. It seemed he was about to say something, but he ended up turning away and saying nothing. I love Henri. I know my feelings were just a nuisance to him. I have to stop feeling this way. Despite thinking that, I knew deep down that this feeling wouldn't disappear anytime soon. That's fucked up. Unrequited love. We returned to the hotel and had dinner. It was still too early to go to sleep, but if I stayed here, I'd only be in his way. I'd better get settled in. Good night, Henri. As I stood up from the sofa, Henri asked me with some concern.
今日は疲れたかい？
I was confused at first since I didn't understand why he asked. I must have said something to that effect on our way back. No, I'm fine. It was nice to see Oliver and everyone else. Henri looked hesitant. I wanted to say hesitant without the H. They continued in a manner that felt somewhat pained.
もう少し話さないか？
Oh my, you really want my company, love. I blinked at the unexpected request. Of course. Are you sure you're not busy?
今夜すぐに対処が必要なことは特にない。それに、このところそばにいても、君と話す余裕があまりなかったから。
It was true that Henri had not only been occupied with contacting people, but also deep in thought during quiet moments. Even when we were in the same room, we might only exchange a few words over meals. Thank you, Henri. I'm glad I could spend more time with you. I replied and sat back down on the couch, and Henri smiled with relief.
何か聞きたいことはあるかな？それとも私から話そうか？
I wonder, do I lay it on him thick? I thought for a second and said, please don't be a choice. No! No! Damn it. Damn it. At the Falzones, why don't you start? I get the feeling cause I be trying, like, what messed me up is that I've tried to give him grace and like let him tell me, but I guess I gotta be more direct with what I want. So we want to know about the Falzones. What y'all talk about? Please, inquiring minds wish to know. You don't have to tell me if it's a secret, but what were you talking about with the Falzone yesterday? Oops. When I asked him what I was curious about, he looked away a little.
裏が取れ次第、すぐに会合を開くつもりだ。その時、君にも詳しく説明するよ。
Okay. Is it something bad?
そうだね。悪い知らせだ。けれど、私のことではない。
Oh, yikes. It's me, isn't it? Damn it. I see. Thank goodness. Girl, you're not out of the clear yet. Oh, wait. That's not good at all, is it? He chuckled, but the way he looked at me was kind. The special feelings that he had for me weren't exactly what I had hoped for, but he did say he wanted to take care of me.
リリアーナ、私は君を特別に思っている。だから君を大切にしたい。君自身にもそうしてほしい。
I was happy to hear those words regardless. The times we spent together like this, chatting together, were times that I treasured. About a week later, we gathered at the church again.
ロズベルグ教が教国内部での清掃に敗れたらしい。
Uh-oh. Orlok was startled by the news that he himself had not known.
まだ公表されていないが、エミリオから連絡が来た。
Ruh-roh. Why wouldn't Emilio tell? Shouldn't Orlok be with Roseburg?
次期教国の主となる聖職者は、これまで関係が悪化していたイタリア王国との和解に向けて動く方針だそうだ。
The church is going to support Mussolini's regime? Regime? Rather, regime. They would work with the government to eliminate the mafia. That would cause major problems with the families in Berlin.
ガリエがエレナを襲った時のことだけど、ヤンの投げた装甲を弾き落としたナイフ、あれは教国の使徒候補に支給されるものだった。
So it could be Johann or maybe Theo.
アンリに頼まれて峡谷内部のことも少し調べてる。何か分かったらすぐ伝える。
So then it was someone from the church.
俺はずっと支給されたもの以外を使ってたから、確認を取るのに少し時間がかかった。ごめん。
Oh, you don't have to apologize, baby. It's okay. Oh, Mama's string bean, you did your best. We really appreciate it. Then I thought a little and spoke slowly. Sebastiano is getting not just information from the church. Oh, my voice. From the church, but actual physical support too?
そういうことになる。
Henri nodded and looked at Gil. Gil nodded in response and spoke.
うちが頼まれてた調べ物についても報告がある。普通はこんな短期間で探れるもんじゃねえ。感謝してほしいぜ、タク。
Okay, look at you, Gil. After a brief smile, Gil's expression turned serious.
どこまで調べられた？
Yep.
連中の取引の概要まで。ガリアがつながってたシカゴマフィアは軍と付き合いがあったみたいでな。先の大戦で使いそびれてた兵器を連中に払い下げたらしい。引き取ったシカゴの連中も使い道がなくて持て余してたようなんだが。それを最近ファントムと名乗るおかしな男に売ったって話が聞けた。
Yes, we know Sebastiano's phantom, so we're good.
ファントムってあの？
The news seemed to take everyone by surprise, not just Nicola. Is he famous?
シカゴで酒の相場を荒らしていた男で一時期話題になった。確か噂ではおかしな仮面をつけていると言われていたが。
Okay, well, Nicola saw him.
その男こそセバスティアーノだったってわけだ。
それでその兵器とやらが何かは分かったのか？
Try to cover up my blankie because it's kind of cold. Oh my god, y'all. There we go.
ああ、イペリットだ。
Oh shit. Hold on. Wait, what? Mustard gas. So it's neurological shit, not mump or measles. I'm saying mumps.
なるほど。
Yang understood what it was immediately, but I had to ask. What is mustard gas?
目に見える色を持たない化学兵器。いわば毒ガスの類だ。即効性はないが、ガスを受けたものが動き回ることでその成分が持ち運ばれ被害が広まる。症状は広範。皮膚がただれ、時間の経過とともに火傷を起こす。気管および目の異常を訴えるものも多い。
But that's...
ベレーノで不可解な病気が増えている。症状は皮膚の広範、水疱、激しい嘔吐に呼吸不全。その他に目の痛みを訴える者もいた。多くはないがすでに死者も出ている。
I remember what was said before. They're the exact same symptoms being reported in Veleno and Strano.
ああ、大方試しているのだろう。 そのおもちゃが実際にどの程度の効果を発揮できる代物なのかをな。
イペリットは空気より重く低地にとどまる。ストラノは実験場としてうってつけだ。
Compared to the rest of Berlone, Strano had a slightly slightly lower elevation.
死亡率こそ高くはないが、多くの人間を苦しめることになる。
それが贈り物か。例えば風のない日、もっと言えば屋内の人が集まる場所を狙って使われたら大変なことになる。対策を考える必要があるね。
Nicola looked over at Dante as he spoke. Dante nodded and began speaking with a serious expression.
伝えなければならないことがある。先日、教国からファルツォーネに手紙が届いた。内容は、鍵の乙女を殺せというものだ。
Huh? I gave a hoarse exclamation. No.
アンリにも意見を聞いたよ。彼はある意味僕たち以上に鍵の乙女の伝承に詳しい人間だから。
That's why they called him to the manor and had Orlok stay with me at the hotel. This must have been what they were discussing.
生物の封印を解くために鍵の乙女が邪魔になったのかもしれない。それがアンリの意見だった。
But I thought I was required to unseal the relic.
俺たちの知る伝承ではそのはずだった。だからこちらから教国に問い合わせた。鍵の乙女を失うのは墓守の一族の使命に反すること。それを命じるのであれば明確な説明が必要だと。
そして教国から返答が来た。
Nicola looked at me for a second.
リリアーナ・アドレナートは鍵の乙女の資格を失っている。
もう守るべき存在ではない。だから殺す必要がある。との一点張りだった。
教国の狙いは君を殺し、次の鍵の乙女の誕生を少しでも早めることだ。同時期に複数の鍵の乙女が存在した例は過去にないようだから。
女が寿命を全うするのを待つより殺した方が話は早いというわけか。しかしなぜそう急ぐ必要がある？
Yang smiled as he asked, but he seemed to know the answer already.
それではまるで教国は生物の封印を解きたがっているように聞こえるが。
Shucks, y'all, I don't want to get too comfortable because I might fall asleep. Henri looked down. His silence told us that he had no objections to Yang's assumption.
新しい聖火の九段の方針を考えれば、イタリア王国におもねるためだろうね。
生物がなくなれば、教国はこの町から手を引くことができる。政府は心置きなくブルローネマフィアを一掃できる。それが教国の考える和解への筋書きだ。 生物そのものは教国自ら管理するつもりか、あるいは政治に利用する可能性も考えられる。
After hearing what Nicola and Dante had to say, Gil gave a heavy sigh.
彼女を殺せと言われたところでおとなしく従う気はなかったが、そんな裏があるならますます聞けねえな。教国の庇護がなくなるのは俺たちにとって死活問題だ。
Orlok, who had been listening silently, spoke with a tone of concern.
教国がガリエに情報を流して協力してたことを考えると、もしかしたら教国は最初から彼に彼女の殺害を依頼してたのかもしれない。
なるほど。ありえん話でもないな。しかし、あの男が素直に従うわけもない。
ああ、事実彼女はまだ生きているからな。教国は業を煮やして俺たちにも指示をしてきたというわけか。
Seeing that I was too confused to speak, Nicola spoke in a comforting way.
資格がなくなっていたのはかえって良かったかもしれないね。
What?
逆に言えば君が生きている限り教国にはこの町の生物を奪えないってことだから。
Yes, you have a point. I felt a little better knowing that things weren't all bad.
教国の狙いは見えてきたが、そもそも鍵の乙女の資格とは何を指す？
それはファルツォーネにも詳しく伝わっていない。アンリとオルロックは何か知っている？
俺も聞いたことない。
リリアーナ、君は生活棟で待っていてくれないか。シスターがまだ起きているはずだ。
Yes, of course. My sudden expulsion from the meeting took me by surprise. Wow! Still, I trusted Henri enough to to understand that he was acting for either my sake or his.
オルロック、よければ彼女と一緒にいてもらえないだろうか。
わかった。護衛なら任せて。
Thank you, baby. As Orlok led me out of the church, I looked back briefly. Henri wasn't looking at me, but I could clearly see from afar how very serious he looked.
Lili!
Hey, Elena. Hey, Sister Sophia. Glad you're doing all right. Elena and Sister Sophia greeted me at the refectory. Elena! This was the first time I had seen her since the night Sebastiano took her hostage. How are you doing? Are you well?
あの時は本当にびっくりしたわ。 いきなり人質にされたこともだけど。あなたがブルローネに戻っていたなんて知らなかったもの。
Her cheerful laugh made me feel relieved and filled with nostalgia at the same time.
ねえ、あの時あなたの隣にいたのってたまに教会を訪ねてきていた人でしょ？彼と一緒に街を出ていたの？
Yes, he was.
やっぱりあなたがいなくなった時、もしかしてって思ったの。
Really? You did? Elena's smile was both sweet and mischievous.
だってリリーはあの人のことが気になっているみたいだったし、彼もリリーのことを気にしていたから。
Really?
ええ、あの人あなたが留守の間にも会いに来ていたのよ。私その時からもしかしてこの人あなたのことって思っていたの。
I was having a difficult time reacting to this when Sister Sophia's soft voice cut in.
エレナ、話の続きは座ってからにしましょう。そうね。ごめんなさい、私ったらまくし立てちゃって。
That's what I love about you, Elena. We looked at each other and laughed, sitting down beside each other.
もう真夜中ですが、今夜は特別です。お菓子も用意してあります。
Thank you. My eyes widened at the baked goods that Sister Sophia had made herself. Baki di Dama, hazelnut cookies with a layer of chocolate inside. Di mele, fluffy fried apple fritters with a dusting of powdered sugar on top. I don't know where the one came from. Sorry, y'all.
オルロック、あなたもどうぞ。
いいの？
ええ、もちろんです。
Sister Sophia insisted that he sit, so he obediently took a seat at the table with us. Elena was grinning as she poured coffee for everyone.
あなたと夜更かしなんて久しぶり。ね、街を出ていた間のことを教えて。あなたに直接聞きなさいってソフィアはあまり教えてくれなかったの。
うん。俺もその話は気になる。
Oh, I must not have had a chance to tell you yet, Orlok. They both looked at me expectantly, so I thought back on the days living in France, slowly putting them into words.
視覚が何かを話す前に伝えておきたい。
A part of me didn't want to tell them at all. However, this was for Liliana's safety. I could not withhold this truth for my own sake. Excuse me.
彼女にはまだ鍵の乙女の資格がある。 失われたというのは峡谷の誤解だ。
どういうことだ、ランベール。
言いにくいなら僕が説明しようか、アンリ。
Another voice echoed through the church. I had forgotten what it was like to be surprised by Emilio's sudden appearances. In contrast, the Berlone Mafia was immediately on alert and prepared to do away with him. I put a hand up to keep Nicola from firing his gun.
彼はエミリオ、峡谷の聖職者だ。
Ugh, how tacky if you shot Emilio. I had mentioned his name in meetings before, so the rest relaxed somewhat.
はじめまして、ブルローネマフィア。僕は君たちの敵じゃない。墓守の一族の協力者という立場でもあるしね。
一族の協力者。
He seemed to have some idea about it as he repeated the words to himself.
生物を政治に利用しようだなんて、神よも恐れぬ行為だ。次期成果とは考えが相入れなくてね。だから、今回は君たちに協力する。鍵の乙女について、いくつかの知識を明かそう。本来、墓守の一族なら知っていたはずだし、隠す必要はないだろう。
After he smiled, he looked over at Dante Falzone, the current keeper of the grave.
鍵の乙女は生まれつき、体に特殊なあざを持っている。それは知っているかい？
ああ。
そのあざは、まだ誰にも触れられたことがない乙女の証でもある。
Everyone in the room immediately understood what he meant.
へえ、峡谷らしい話ではあるよね。聖職者と同じで、鍵の乙女も清らかでなければいけないってこと？
そのようなものだと思ってくれて構わない。相手が墓守の一族でなければ、鍵の乙女はその資格を失い、あざも薄れて消えてしまう。
なるほど。だからリリーは。
待ってくれ。
He frowned and pressed his fingertips to his temple.
アンリー、お前さっき彼女は資格を失ってないって言ったよな。
驚くのもわかるよ。アンリと彼女はとても仲がいいけれど。そういう関係ではないんだったね。
Emilio turned to me as he asked his question. He once asked me about it before, to which I replied that it was none of his business. Ooh. He seemed to bear a grudge toward me for that.
くだらん冗談はやめろ、ランベール。男と女が同じ場所で半年暮らして何もなかったとでも言うのか？
なあ、駆け落ちしたじゃねえかお前ら。町を捨てて二人で。
彼女には触れていない。
But I touched him. They were looking at each other, or looking at me with a scowl. What?
ま、そういう反応になるよね。
ランベール、俺は今までお前を少し誤解していたのかもしれない。
Judging by his serious expression, I could see that he had no ill intent. That was what made it difficult to react.
レッドホードの目も節穴だな。特定の男ができると女は変わるだのなんだの言っていただろうに。
Ooh, it's one-sided.
いや、ほら、彼女は元から綺麗だし、俺も読み違えることがあるっつうか。どちらにせよ、恋がシノリーナを変えたのは事実だろ。
At that, Yang looked askance at me. God, these big words. Too late in the night.
本当に手を出していないのか。下手な嘘は後々お前の首を絞めるだけだと思うが。
やめろやん。アンリも時期を待ってたんだろ。恋の速度は個人の自由だ。
そうだね。こういうのは大事なことだから勢いでってわけにはいかないよ。
Wait, hold on. Gilbert's line cut off. It's up to them how things what. I guess go.
君たちはどうあっても私と彼女がそういう関係だと思いたいのか。
I asked in an irritated voice, and Gilbert Redford was the one who responded.
いや、だがキスくらいはしたんだろ。
When I remained silent, he looked stunned.
アンリ、お前一体これまでどうやって耐えてきたんだ。
Easy, he just has.
お前たちは今も同じホテルの部屋で暮らしているんじゃ。
Yes, Dante, he has hella restraint. Ah! Wrong button.
まあ、アンリは大人なんだよ。
なるほど、病気か。
Child. If it makes you feel better, Yang, but you're so wrong. The conversation was getting so ridiculous that I was forced to end it with a heavy sigh.
本題に戻りたい。
It's like these horn dogs.
ああ、そうだな。
He nodded, coming back to his senses.
鍵の乙女の資格が彼女に残されているなら、条件を満たせば封印が解けるということか。
鍵の乙女が同時期に複数現れないのも事実ではあるけれど、それ以前の問題としてそう簡単に生まれるものでもない。
Emilio went on to say that Liliana's birth, only 2 years after Chloe's death, was in itself a special case that had never been seen before.
だから彼女を殺して次を待とうという強国の思惑には大きな穴がある。次代の鍵の乙女がすぐに生まれるとは限らない。次期成果にもそう忠告したのだけれど、残念ながら聞き入れてもらえなかった。選挙の際、僕が彼ではなくヨゼフの肩を持ったからかな。
That's right, Emilio. You gotta be a ride or die for your boy, Joseph. Yep. He turned to me and smiled meaningfully.
教国がリリアーナにまだ資格があることを知れば、とても喜ぶだろうね。
Okay.
ちょっと待って。その場合、封印を解くために必要な墓守の一族、ダンテにも危険が及ぶ可能性があるよね。向こうが手段を選ぶ気がないならなおさら。
封印を解く手段は他にはないのか。
This is what we tried to find through Alternativa, another way to break the seal. Emilio gave a kind smile with his answer. No!
簡単に解けてしまうようでは封印の意味がないだろう。
困ったものだな。資格がないのは都合がいいなどと話していた矢先にこれか。
悪いけど今の状況では悠長なことは言っていられない。彼女には早急に資格を失ってもらうべきだ。
だが、それは俺たちの都合で強いていいことじゃないだろう。まずは彼女に事情を説明しなくては。
アンリ、それはお前から伝えてやれよ。
I knew this responsibility would fall to me, so I accepted.
悠長なことだ。説明しようがしまいがやることは変わらんだろうに。少女を失えばそれで済むというなら相手は誰でも構わんのだろ
う。そうなるね。墓守の一族が相手になると封印は解けてしまうけれど、
I forced my emotions down and responded.
彼女の意思を尊重したい。
意思ね。聞かなくてもわかると思うけど。 あ、もしかしてアンリは彼女に手を出す気がないのかな。じゃあ僕が相手をしようか。
Hey, he tried to shoot his shot. Now he's gonna end up getting shot.
ニコラ、
Henri's about to pull out the pea shooter and BB gun.
俺も構わねえぜ。彼女みたいに魅力的なシニョリーナの相手なら喜んでだ。
You idiot bald headed turd! Well, that sounds bad on Liliana's part. You guys had your moment in the sun. We'll call it that. Come on, bro. Stop talking like that.
そうだな。俺は立場上、その役目を担うわけにはいかないが。
Dante, that blush tells me you know you would.
もちろん、そういう都合がなければ喜んで。
Dante, come on, man. I had faith in you to keep some decorum about you. Here you go, falling in line with everybody else. Stop accepting that peer pressure, man.
なんて無理しなくていいからね。まあアンリから見ればあの子は子供すぎるんだろうし、そういう気分になれないのもわかるよ。
ああ、確かにな。見た目は最高でも中身はちょっと足りねえか。
彼女に不足はない。人間としても女性としてもだ。
I understood that their words were intended to taunt me. Even so, I couldn't hold back.
へえ、聞いたかニコラ。
聞いた。アンリは特に問題なさそうだね。
じゃあ彼女の希望を聞いて、彼女がそれで納得したら、その時はお前が責任取れよ、アンリ。あの子がお前のことどう思ってるかわからないわけじゃねえだろ。
We were in the middle of a pleasant conversation when Henri came in. Are you all finished?
ああ、
Huh? His somewhat awkward reply made me feel uncomfortable.
ボーナスセーラ、シニョレ。
Elena met him with a wide smile as she stood up from her chair.
あなたがこの子のそばにいてくれたのね。幸せに暮らしていたのが分かって安心した。私が言うのは変かもしれないけど、これからもこの子のことをお願いします。
Oh, thank you, Elena. Elena.
私こそ彼女には助けられてばかりだ。
Yes. A lot more than he bargained for, especially in the last chapter. Henri replied calmly, but the words still took me by surprise. He's acting strange. Ooh. Backstory. After Henri left the church, Emilio also took his leave.
乗ってくれて助かったよ、ギルバート。
まあ、思ってもねえことを言うのは胸が痛んだがな。彼女は中身だって最高だ。
Looking at his bitter smile, I could understand how he felt.
彼、自分のことはどうでもいいくせに、彼女が絡むと感情的になりやすいんだよね。 以前もそういうことがあった。
Last year, I took a jab at him and received a surprising response.
かわいそうに。君は彼女のことまで犠牲にするつもりなんだろ。
違う。彼女を犠牲になどしない。
大事だからこそ手を出すのをためらうってのはわかるような気はするが。
問題はそれでもランベールが動かなかった場合どうするかだな。
誰かが代わりに済ませればいい、そういう話ではなかったか？
まさか本気だったのかよ。
当然だ。
Sleazy asshole, of course you were.
うわ、前から思っていたけど、君本当にバカなんだね。
I couldn't I couldn't quite put my finger on why. He looked pale, so perhaps he was tired. Nope, that ain't it, sis. They must have been discussing something very grave. After I said goodbye to everyone at the church, Henri took my hand and began walking. What's happened? He seemed more deep in thought than ever. After walking a long way in silence, we arrived back at the hotel. Well, good night, Henri.
ああ、おやすみ。
After a short exchange, I returned to my room. I thought back to the meeting as I changed into my negligee and got ready for bed. About mustard gas, about the church, and all the troubles Henri has had to endure. His sister's stolen remains, Sebastiano Gallier himself. He has had such a hard time. Yeah. I sat back in my chair and sighed.
頭が痛い。今夜はさすがに疲れた。
I knew better than to take away her eligibility because it was supposed to protect her.
情でしか守ってもらえない立場になるより、鍵の乙女として庇護された方が安全だ。そう考えていたが、今はその資格が彼女を脅かしている。
After all I had done, I could not touch her with these hands.
どうすれば彼女を守れる？どうすれば傷つけずに。
If only I could lessen the burden that burden for him. I climbed into bed, hugged my pillow tightly, and shut my eyes. I need to give up on my feelings for him. The next morning, we met again in the main room. Good morning, Henri.
おはよう。よく眠れたかい？
Yes! He looked much calmer than yesterday. I still didn't know what was on his mind. It had been bothering me all night. So I asked with a glimmer of hope that he might answer. What did you talk about yesterday after I left? Henri looked down in silence. It seemed it was something he was unwilling to discuss, so I quickly tried to change the subject. Oh, never mind. Do you have anything planned for today?
いや、特に何も。しばらくは町に徹する必要がある。
I see. So we shouldn't be going out until things are safer.
峡谷は君の命を狙っているけれど、少なくともファルツォーネはその指示に従う気はないだろう。セバスティアーノを警戒する必要はあるが、それは今までと変わらない。多少の外出なら問題ないと思うよ。
Then I was a little hesitant to put it into words, but I tried to be brave. If you don't mind, could we go out today?
出かける？どこに？
Anywhere's fine. I'd like to go on a date with you. Shit. Sorry, y'all. I managed to say what I wanted and waited in the silence that followed. I don't want to cause him any more trouble. I want to try and forget about him. That was why I wanted to ask for the last time. I prayed that he wouldn't hear in my pounding heart.
危険のない範囲でいいなら。
Thank you, Henri. I'm so happy. Seeing my excited reaction, Henri smiled a little. The same troubled smile as always. The sky was so pretty today. It's so nice out. Once I allowed myself to enjoy the day, even the smallest things brought a smile to my face. I want to hold hands.
リリアーナ。
Henri must have noticed my lingering gaze. He extended his hand out to me. Thank you. He returned my smile and continued on as well. We walked without deciding where we were going, and soon happened upon the old casino. The last time we were here was the night we returned to Bavone, but now I could see the rubble in the light of day. The memory of running into the burning casino felt like a distant dream. Excuse? Oh, okay. Henri, do you remember? This was the first place where you and I spoke to each other.
もちろん覚えている。忘れないよ。あの時はまだ君に深く関わるつもりはなかったけれど。
Oh, I bet you weren't. Lord have mercy. He was looking at the burnt down casino and spoke with regret.
君を巻き込みたくはなかったな。この場所には私の復讐心を含め腐敗した思惑しかなかったから。そうとも。君のような女性はこんな真靴に足を踏み入れるべきではないよ。賭け事では所詮真に価値のあるものなど手に入れようがないのだから。
I can't believe that was only half a year ago. It feels like we've been together much longer. As we approached the main street of Arca, he looked at me.
質問してもいいかな。
What is it?
行き先はどこでもいいと言っていたね。デートがしたいと。
Yeah. When I nodded, he asked in a gentle voice.
君が考えるデートはどういうものなのかと思って。何か欠かせないことはある？
You mean... I knew he could probably see right through me, so I didn't waste effort trying to hide anything. There isn't anything in particular. I've only ever been on a date once, the first time you asked me out. Sister Sophia often told me to be careful of men's intentions. And there was no one else close to me.
なのに、私の誘いは受けてくれた？
You were different from anyone else I had met before. Even though I had little experience, I could still sense when someone had ill intentions. I thought you were a very peculiar person, but I didn't feel anything malicious from you.
どうかな。下心を持って近づいてくる男の方がまだ良かったかもしれないよ。結果的に私はそれよりもっと危険なことに君を巻き込んでしまったのだから。
That may be, but I refuse to believe that anyone could have been better than Henri. I changed the subject without voicing that thought. I still remember it vividly.
もしよければだけれど、また明日会いに来てもいいだろうか。
Look at you blushing and all, child.
お互いのことを話しながら散歩でもどうかな。君が迷惑でなければだが。
You seemed sort of embarrassed when you asked me out, but were you only acting? I haven't seen you that way ever since.
そうだな。確かに当時は芝居のつもりだったけれど、今はもうわからない。
Would have been cute if it was authentic or something. A part of me burned with curiosity to know what he meant by that. Another part was too afraid of getting my hopes up only to be let down again.
あの朝はただの散歩で終わってしまった。今日は時間がある。もう少しらしいことをしようか。食事でもいいし、それとも買い物をする？
At Henri's suggestion, I said, and I was griping because this is a choice. I'm like, a choice this far into it? But yeah, mic cut out, so here I am redubbing the lines. That I decided to choose Let's Go Shopping. Alright, y'all. Okay, y'all, this thing deader than dead, so I gotta hurry up. Crap. It died on me mid. So I have to check and see where the microphone died and provide. I have to redub wherever the microphone died. Lovely. Okay. Let's go shopping. There isn't anything I need to buy, but window shopping might be nice. When we lived in France, Henri and I would shop together in town on occasion. My fond memory of those times were not lost on Henri. He replied with a smile.
じゃあ君が欲しくなるものを探そう。気に入ったものがあれば教えてほしい。
Ow! Spare no expense. Well, we're not gonna do that, but if we find something that tickles our fancy, we'll ask him for it. You'll buy it for me?
約束しただろ。また送ると。
Henri, as much as I'm a material boy, I still want your love though. I think that far surpasses any freaking material thing. But I'll take it. Hey, I'll take a nice consolation prize, darling. I'm not one to pass it up. There's nothing you've given me that I've ever disliked, whether books or brooches. Again, I want to say brooches, but I think isn't it 1-0? Oh well. The beautiful scarf you gave me, though we had to leave it behind. Oh, get a new one.
また送るよ。
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Get you a new scarf, girl. I'm so happy, but I couldn't let myself become too indulgent. It was difficult enough to contain my feelings. And so we walked around together, looking through the many shops. There were a few things he recommended, but I didn't choose anything for him to buy for me. We arrived here just as the beautiful sunset lent a warm tint to the sky and sea. The sea. It reminded me of the morning that I walked with him along the shore. I still remembered it clearly. Thank you for today, Henri. Everything about it will be a wonderful memory for me. Just like the morning we first walked here. He looked at me like I was the sun itself, but with a greater sense of calm than before. I wasn't going to say anything, but found myself unable to hold back. My feelings spilled out into words. I love you. I still have feelings. He always worried about me. God, his eyes. He always worried about me, always protected me from danger, and always kept me company. We ran away together and lived in that house. I don't know why I felt in love or when the details don't seem to have clear edges. But I want to do everything I can for you. To repay you for the happiness you've given me in staying by my side.
Liliana.
Sounds like something he should say, but okay, we'll roll with it. He spoke my name as though to stop me. But I didn't want to stop talking. Don't interrupt me. I mean, I'm happy even if I'm just looking in your eyes. Every touch you've given me that you give to that you give no one else makes me happy too. I looked up at his sad expression and smiled as warmly as I could. I understand that you don't see me in the same way I see you. I don't want to be a nuisance to you, which is why I'll give up. Oof. Once this case was solved, Henri would likely disappear from my life forever. The thought of separation made my chest hurt. But for now, I just want to stay by your side. I tried to smile, but I burst into tears. Oof. He let out a sigh of resignation and reached out his hand. Aww. With his fingertips, he gently dried my tears. His gentle touch tickled a little, and I looked up at him with confusion.
君が私に好意を向けてくれていることには気づいていたけれど、離れてしまえばいずれ目が覚めるだろうと思っていた。早く忘れてくれた方が君のためだと。
But is it because it's too much of a burden to deal with me? I asked in a trembling voice, completely unable to meet his eye.
リリアーナ、君は幸せになれる人間だ。いつかまともな男と恋をする日が来る。
But I want it to be you! Let me see what you got on. That's cute. Pink? It's a pink dress? With a cardigan? Can't really see all of it, but it looks cute. I like the matching bow too. He replied in a sad voice that suggested he felt greatly pained.
私では君を幸せにできない。
Oh! Will you at least try first? Well, no, he's been trying. We did tell him he makes us happy. Yes, you can! You've done it in the past! Ah! When I looked up, my gaze met his melancholy eyes, which reflected the setting sun. That's not true, because you've already made me happy. Yeah, that's what I figured. Just by being with me, you've made me the happiest I've ever been. Weren't you paying attention to me?
I 私は汚れているよ。君が想像する以上にさまざまな代償を払い、多くの罪を犯してきた。
Hell, so did the mafia. And, well, no, Warlock too. But did that stop me from getting with them? No. So you're no different. So cut that conch out. Get with the program, sir. This is your route. He spoke with such self-loathing that I kept shaking my head. SMH. Even if you told me everything about your past, I could never hate you because of it. No matter what or how many sins you've committed, I still love you. You are the only person I have ever loved this way. It must be you, Henri. Despite his attempt, my tears spilling onto his hands could not be dried.
私は君に
What you talking about, Henri? What you talking about? Huh? His eyes were still sorrowful, but there was a strange heat in his voice.
あの夜 君が私に触れようとしたとき、君を子供扱いして、君の気持ちも疑った。
Oh, oof.
それは、たとえ傷つけることになっても、君に愛想をつかされるとしても、その方がいいと思ったからだ。大切だから汚したくなかった。
No, Henri. I'm not even gonna say it. That tasteful view, but come on, bro. Your bad ending says otherwise. Henri? I was startled, but he continued to speak.
私が犯した罪の重さを知りながら、君はそれでも許すと言ってくれたね。許されないはずの私を、君だけは許すと。
Of course I'm gonna say yes. Yes, always. I answered without hesitation. My feelings gave me no reason to hesitate.
すでに憎悪しか持っていなかった私は、あのまま炎の中で死んでいくはずだったのに、君はすべて投げ出し、私を救いに来てくれた。共に生きて幸せな日々を与えてくれた。いけないと知りながら何度願ったか。君を手放したくない。そばにいてほしいと。君が好きだよ、リリアーナ。
Why can't you love me? Why can't you set it in stone? He spoke the words I most wanted to hear. It was like a dream. My surprise and joy tumbled over each other, keeping me from expressing a single word. I could only look up at Henri in my happy confusion, and he looked back at me. Yes, let's go back. As the sun set, he reached out his hand to me and continued in a quiet but determined tone.
君に伝えなければならないことがある。大切な話だ。今夜、君の部屋を訪ねる。
R. Why is that there? The plot thickens. Oh, great.
これは我ながらなかなかいい出来栄えでは。継ぎ目もきれいに処理できましたし。
The scenes? Oh, yeah. Doing Chloe. Ugh.
これならアンリのお眼鏡にかなうかもしれません。どうでしょう。かわいいですか？かわいくない？
Please don't show it. I don't want to see it. That's gross.
はい。かわいいんじゃないかと。
He's like, this motherfucker done lost it.
かわいいですか？大丈夫です。首がないのがお好みとは、ちょっと私には理解できない趣味ですね。
I know you ain't talking, Mr. French kissing a skull.
ブルローネマフィアとかはもういいんですか？
物事には優先順位がありますからね。今は彼のお姉様のことで手一杯。
Please, phrasing.
しかし、ま、そうですね。そろそろ次の仕掛けを動かす時ですかね。
Truly, I had every intention of showing him what it was like to be killed because he killed me after all. However, I changed my mind after meeting him in the flesh. If I were to kill him, he would die. Yes, people die when they are killed. That's a dumb line to say. Okay. That would be the end. What a shame that would be. Let us change the scenario. For the sake of beautiful art, I am willing to risk it all. What kind of freak shit are you into?
君に伝えなけ
Okay,
れば
Henri, not Henri, sorry. Henri, you said that, love. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I nodded and took his hand. Ooh, I have no idea what that means. Lumiere de Laurel. I don't even catch the last word. So we're kind of on a cliffy here. That night, yeah, this video is gonna be a hot mess to edit because one, excuse me, my voice. Well, my voice. No, one, I thought that I was gonna be able to like I should have charged up fully before playing, but my dumbass forgot to do that, and microphone died halfway, so I had to see where it died, and hopefully it died where I can like catch it, but there's that. Two, yeah, I was fighting the sleep drunk, y'all. It's already midnight, like a quarter after midnight, so yeah, I was fighting sleep drunk and I couldn't read, so my bad. And then yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be up on time, my usual time, but it may be up at a decent hour. I hope. So I don't know. I'll try to edit. I really don't feel like editing. I feel like going to bed now. And then Monday's my gym day, so I hit the gym later on. Well, technically it's later on today, but yeah, I hit the gym later on, and yeah. So folks, yeah, that's gonna do it. We will be getting in on an exciting conclusion of Episodio Henri. And folks, I hope you'll join me for that. My lord. And then we'll also go over the different choices for the other choices that I didn't go through initially with chapter 5. So hope you'll join me for that. And yeah, y'all, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you sticking with your girl. And when it comes to this YouTube shit, y'all know my philosophy on it. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads, lassies, and legends in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and